Yes. You have just come back from the Dead Marshes, where you've asked your questions, asked your um, descendants.
Oh, this isn't in world.
What's
Who is
happening?
that voice?
A mysterious voice enters. No. Um,
God.
as you're heading back to the village, you see, kind of in the center of town, your friends, Devlin, Priya, Saren, Cormac, tied up in chains and manacles, um, near these like mechanical uh, carriages and crates and things like that. It looks like one of them. There's three of them in a line. The middle one has this iron kind of cage that you would maybe assume to be like a jail or where they would hold someone prisoner. The other two have weapons. The first one has like swords, shields, things like that, and the last one is a ballista. It's one of those, giant harpoon type of guns on the back. So it's almost like a parade. And you see these um these men, these very brutish men in their iron metalwork pieces and it's all parts of black metal with highlights of red, knowing that this here are the soldiers that live um, in the region that you have just arrived into, or at least you can assume that they are very organized um, folk, if you will. They have the banner of a dragon that is on it. There's probably roughly 15 to 20 men uh, kind of patrolling this area that you can see. You have hidden yourselves as you've approached the village. You are out of sight. You're on the outskirts. You hide behind maybe a ruined wall covered in moss and stone. But you see your friends manacled in the center of town, as the rest of them are. They seem to just kind of be casually searching. They don't seem to be actively searching for someone. But the story is yours. What do you do?
Before we do anything crazy, what if there's a possibility they would know something about this dragon? I mean, look at that
Well,
banner.
They're willing
it
to
looks
give
like
us
they
that
might
information.
be with the dragon. If I had to assume, if any faction that we've come across so far is with the dragon, I'm going to assume the people with the dragon on their banner is going to be with them.
Yeah, it's because we're in Skoldar. These are the Skoldar people, the ward people. What if we scare them away? What if we play some magic tricks on them? I don't think we can take all of them.
I agree with you. They look like they're looking for something. What if do we have any guesses on what? Maybe we can draw them away.
She points right to Thea.
With when looking at the carts, like the weapons cart, can we see if there's anything like barrels or anything like that that might be potentially explosive?
There aren't any gunpowder or anything like that here,
Okay.
so no, yeah.
Why don't we
It's just like halberds,
Yeah.
swords, yeah,
Metal.
yeah,
Metal wood. Got it.
yeah.
You said we're against a ruined wall.
Mhm.
Are we against a ruined wall of a house, or do we need to sneak in to go into a house?
No, like think of like a ruined like it's like a fence at this point.
Okay.
Kind of how, yeah.
Should, should we try to go into one of the broken down houses?
And pretend we're the ghosts?
Yeah. The ones that we fought. I'm sure that they found or they heard of scary stories.
If we I like the house because it gives us cover, but if they come in, are we gonna be able to hold our own?
I mean, if they come into a house, at least it's a one-way entry point, or potentially two. In the open, they can surround us.
I don't like the looks of that ballista either. So
If we can get on the ballista, though, take out the captain.
And then what?
Then there's
Is
still
anyone on the
15
ballista,
other
or is it just
people.
like out there?
Yeah, it's just no one's on it right now.
There's
Yeah,
Um,
but if we take out the captain, they become disorganized.
So as you're kind of talking about this, everyone roll a stealth check.
oh,
Oh,
Um,
manual?
yeah, you can do manual. That's fine.
Mm.
With while you guys are kind of lowly talking, you hear one of them shout, "Take the prisoners back to Aspire." And so you see four of the soldiers kind of like move and John and pick up like get the your friends. You see they're all chained. All four of them are chained together with their hands tied in iron manacles, and they start heading over to the cage where another one opens up the cage. They go in one by one at this time. What did everyone roll?
I put mine in the.
Okay.
18.
5.
22.
Have you
Sorry.
if you add all of ours together, yours is like a 10.
So, yeah. As you're kind of like thinking of ideas and things to do, um, for some reason, a spark of like inspiration comes to you, a sign, an idea, and you go, "Oh, I have an idea." Oh,
Fucking princess.
thankfully, a couple guards kind of like look the way over, and they kind of like look back at each other, and one of them starts to slowly approach your area. You have 2 rounds before he arrives.
So we all take an action one round. We all take an action second round, and he arrives on the beginning of that first round, that third round.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
How close is the house, the closest house to us?
Probably about 20 feet away. And now these houses, remember, they are ruined. They are in shambles, roofs caved in, moss covered. You know, yeah.
Uh, Thea is going to sneak her way to the house.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth.
Do any of the houses look like they're about to collapse? Like, I mean, like hanging out from.
Roll perception.
You got a 17.
I got a 19.
You see that the house that Thea is creeping up to looks pretty damn ramshackly.
Before you go inside, wait. If we can get most of those guards to like follow us in there and potentially even get out, we can potentially knock this one down on top of them.
You get one response.
Why don't we just try to scare them off?
That's it. That's
Okay.
it.
Then you sneak in.
I think
So Alara and Zelena.
Alara is going to cast Disguise Self, and she's going to look like one of the guards.
Smart. So Lena is going to. She's going to.
You can
Try and
also hold your
provoke.
action, yeah. You can even run away. I mean, you can try to sneak away. Like that's totally a valid reason too.
I think Zelena would try and follow Thea.
Okay, so I'll have you roll stealth. I'm not, and then Alara, I'm keeping your 18 for your spell. To kind of keep it kind of under wraps so that there's not too flashy. You try to keep, whisper it and keep it under wraps. So you turn yourself into one of these Skoldar soldiers. Um, nice. And then what did you?
I rolled 15 for stealth to try and
Okay.
follow Thea.
So Zelena and Thea, they start creeping away. That's when Az would probably be like, "Hey," he says his thing. I will let you respond to Az or Thea if you would like to add to that.
I forget what he said now, but I don't want to. I
No,
don't
you're
want to
fine.
be a sitting duck,
You're
and I
fine.
think taking them by surprise is better. So
Ugh, Jesus.
I
I'm gonna have to buy a premium again because
what is it?
YouTube.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I have Spotify. I can give you my login.
Yeah, it's all good. I have the Spotify premium as well, but the YouTube, it's like $15 a month, so
It's
That's so
crazy.
expensive.
Worth it.
Yes.
yeah,
I don't know.
it's worth it when you're not there.
Well,
I
True.
get that.
yeah. I just don't like commercials.
I understand. You know what? I might be able to actually. I'll let you continue. Keep going.
Use my account. Should have access to it.
Bardify. Hold on. I might be able to just do. Here we go. We'll do this. I'm gonna see if I can actually just get a link and then use KinkuBot
See,
to use
Lauren,
Spotify.
my thought is if we get.
Well, pause. You cannot.
Well, I'm saying
I'm s-
this is me talking to Lauren. Or no, we can't talk
no,
like outside the game.
no, no. That's cheating.
Okay, fair enough.
There we go. Let's see if this works. Of course, you're gonna want me to sign in. See, basically, what the Kenku bot does, the Oros Fairy, is it creates a web browser, basically, and so I can play kind of whatever is in there, but it's like a horrible web browser.
So it brings up Yahoo.
So, so it's super fucking slow, basically.
It uses dial-up internet.
That's literally what it feels like sometimes.
Lauren, you look skinny. Have you lost weight?
Can
Thank
you
you.
imagine?
I haven't weighed myself since I stopped taking the medicine because I'm afraid.
Oh,
Hmm.
how's your back doing?
Much better. I'm not 100%, but better than I was the other day.
That's good.
That's
Thank you for
good.
asking.
You guys haven't been a part of my whole medical journey. I thought I was having a heart attack at one point at work. My chest started hurting super really bad. I couldn't breathe. I got hot. My left arm. This was at like 9 p.m. and I was closing, so I wasn't getting out. Um, I literally went and sat in like the freezer and like tried to calm down.
It'd be like
Again,
that
my arm was like
sometimes.
numb at that point. I was like, I'm gonna keep working. If I die, I die. And I worked until 5 a.m. Left, went to the hospital. They're like, we're like 99%. It's not your heart, but I think it looks like you just kind of like pulled a muscle or something. And I was like, oh, okay, great. So they gave me like muscle relaxer and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, this is great. And I was using that. Still wasn't helping with like my chest pain, my back pain, and stuff like that. I was like, I'll just live with my back pain at this point. But I drink about a Red Bull and a 5 hour energy. I
Be
mixed them
careful.
together, and then I.
Hmm.
Hey, let's be
All
very
right,
clear. That's not as bad as my coffee or six to
that's
eight
good.
shots of blonde,
All right,
which is about 6 Red Bulls.
let's let's head back. Okay, got that done and taken care of. So, that's the end of that round.
Mhm.
I'll let you round two.
Were we able to sneak into the house?
So yes, you are able to kind of climb into this very kind of dilapidated. There's rubble and rubbish everywhere. It is very, very hard terrain to be moving in. So your movement speed is going to be halved at this point, but you are undercover. So your AC is going to boost by 3 while you're in here.
Okay.
Undercover.
She's going to turn back towards Zol and said, "Get in front of me, and I will cast light, and you pretend to be a scary ghost. They won't see you. You'll be darkened out, but you'll be a big, scary shadow."
Okay. I don't know the first thing about being a ghost, but I'll do my best. So Zol gets in front of her.
Okay.
And she casts light behind her.
Okay. Zelena, go ahead and roll deception. But all right, Jacob, and then what did you want to do?
I'm going. So, check like a map. So I'm like here. They went off this way into the house. Um, Alara turned into the soldier, but is staying like right next to where I'm at.
Alara hasn't moved yet, but she
Mhm.
has not moved from where you guys are.
So she's a soldier right now.
Yes, she has transferred herself into a soldier, yes.
All right. Well then, I will just. I'm gonna ready, uh, like my hand behind my back with my rapier, but look like I'm like my hands are tied up, and like, and we can go this way, and then if that I can.
Okay. I will go ahead and have Alara roll, both of you roll a deception as well. What did you get, Zelena?
19.
Okay.
Oh, there I am.
Thank God the 2 rolls that I've done have a +7 and a +6. Otherwise,
Jesus. I have a +1 to deception, and that's all I really have. So I have a 10. I was going to do something a little different, but I'll play along.
Okay. So go ahead and tell me what you would do. We'll start with Zelena and Thea.
Zol's going to do her best to be a ghost. So she's gonna say, "Trespassers, you are not welcome here. You have overstayed your welcome. Leave now or pay the price with your life."
Okay.
ooh, spooky.
And then as an Alara, what were you gonna do?
I was going to hold my action until this happened and see if more came over this way. And if they didn't fall for it, I would say there's like lead them to where we just came from, to the marshes. Basically, I was going to lead them to the marshes. Be like, hey, there's something this way in the marshes, and make them confused.
As is just gonna be, it's just sitting there waiting for anything to happen, to be either be playing as, again, to be the victim, or like, again, he's just sitting there with his hands behind his back with the rapier. So if Alara doesn't make a move or anything, he's just sitting there waiting to be caught.
Okay. Um, The soldier that was approaching you guys stops and obviously sees this light kind of form from one of the houses as a shadow kind of grows across the beams and underbrush. And he like puts his hand on his sword and is like a little freaked out, a little like kind of off because he knows this area. You can only assume. But he looks back to his squad and he says, Lieutenant. And then you see one of the like the larger guys. You can clearly see he has some type of ranking, some type of status in this group. Very very tall and brutish man. He looks over as he's like kind of going over some stuff with some of his underlings, and he goes, "What?" And then the dude goes, "There's some like ghost shit going on over here, sir." And Lieutenant goes, "We're in the dead marshes. Of course there's ghost shit on." Hey, go ahead, check it out. If not, blow it the fuck up. I am done with this place. Yes, sir. And about 5 guards go over to the ballista. One gets up, hops on it, kind of, and they start like cranking it into place. As the other 3 pull the cart closer over to where the house is, and you can start to see them start loading in ammunition for it.
Okay. Lara's gonna step out as a guard right now, as if she's like huffing and puffing, as if she just ran from the marshes, and she's like, huh, "Over here, you guys! I see footprints. They went this way."
And you got a 10 for deception.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, and they kind of stop cranking, and they look at you, and they see that you're huffing and puffing, and Lieutenant goes, "Who's running that way?"
4 footprints headed this way. They could have the thing. Can't remember what it's called. The shard.
Shard.
Right.
You would know that they have nothing to do with the Shadow Court.
Oh.
Yeah, this is soldiers of Skildar.
Trespassers. Definitely that way. 4 sets of footprints leading onto the marshes. Should we check it out?
I'm done with this, please. I'll send Matt Kerrigan. Go check it out with. Wait, what's your name?
Fodder.
Fodder. What's your call sign?
Maverick.
They all just kind of like look around at each other. Are you new?
Very green, sir. Just
Why
joined.
I'm about done with Commander sending these fucking rookies with me. I'm not worried about a couple trespassers, but if you think this is a big deal, go ahead with Corrigan and Matt. They'll take it down. You talking about the dead marshes?
Right, sir.
Yeah. Why don't you go by yourself? Let me know if there's any spooky trespassers over there. Anyways, fire at will, men. Yes, sir.
Alara's gonna
And
pull Azrael out and be like, "Found one."
roll deception.
20. Not nat 20, but not nat.
The lieutenant says,
He was taking a shit over here.
"All right, go ahead and put him in with the rest then."
I will. Hope you made me proud, sir. And she starts walking towards Devlin and Priya and Cormac and Saren with him tied behind.
All right, aim. All right, what is Alara and what is Thea and Zolena doing as they hear all this is going on?
Sorry, guys, I tried.
Zelena is trying not to panic and thinking about all of her options. Obviously, she needs both of us to live. She's thinking about hitting the floor. She's thinking about trying to get out of the house, coming clean, coming out of the house. I don't know.
Right.
As soon as Zola hits the floor, she is going to. Can she? I don't know if she can cast this. She's gonna cast Sacred Flame onto the ballistic, but it just says flame-like radiance descends on a creature, so I don't think I could do that.
Oh.
But could I cast light and blind them?
Ooh. I love when Trey makes that face.
I have an idea.
You touch one object, so you have to touch it to make light.
You can touch a rock and throw it at their head. Fine.
But then it only makes a glowing stone.
Your aim better be good.
I'm going to try something crazy. It's not going to be great. On her way over, she's going to cast, what's it called? Magic missiles at the ropes that hold the ballista taunt to cut them so it doesn't go anywhere. So she's going to cast magic missile. It's like, like shit. Magic missile, pew pew pew, at the ropes to make it stop from firing. Obviously, letting go of their Israel, so maybe he would be smart and free our friends.
I'm sorry. I have to make your brother's dinner.
Okay. So as a spell rains out and does that, about 18 heads look your way, and the dude on top of the ballista is like, and Lieutenant goes over to Alara and says, and is like, "What are you playing at?"
I'm sorry, I have the sniffles. I could kill myself if we need me to. Sorry. This is my dream to be part of this. My first mission.
He's gonna roll an investigation check against you. What's your spell save DC?
Great question. 12 is my AC. That's the same thing, right? This AC? Wait.
Your spell save DC, it is 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
If you're on the quest portal, it should be under spells.
Oh, 14. Okay. Math.
No way. All right. He looks down at you, and I mean, there's beads of sweat just dripping down your forehead. And he looks at you and he says, "Who are you?"
Fodder Maverick.
He stands back up. Put her in the cage.
I messed up.
So he got an 18. So Az and Alara, get inside of the cage with Sarah and Cormac and the others. As your like disguised self just kind of like just wears off, like, oh, I got
Well,
a
I
little far.
tried.
Like, yeah, like I got a little bit. And so, but the dude of Bliss is like, well, all right, whatever, and because they just kind of abandon the whole ghost thing, and they just kind of carry the wagon back over, and the lieutenant looks over, he's like, I'm fucking done with this place. Roll out. And so they all start getting in their carriages, or picking up the wheels.
Did they
These,
tie us up? Or they just like lead us into the
yes,
cage?
no, you are manacled, you are ironclad, you are in that cage locked away. Weapons stripped, like you ain't gotten, yeah.
Should we just tell them to come out and come with us? At the very least, if we keep us all together, like
Or they can come save us.
Don't blow our cover. But
you're not here. Well, at this point, it's not like they killed us. They're taking us somewhere. I'm just thinking, or like, do we like, or do we say like, oh, somebody save us, or if anyone can hear us, please follow.
These these four nightmares arrive, like kind of a form from the etherealness. Nightmares are basically these giant dark horses with flames coming out of their eyes and just very creepy creatures. Basically, it's what Strahd rides when he's riding around. And they start pulling the wagons forward and marching off. Lieutenant kind of gives one last kind of look around. He's like, "Fucking hate trespassers," and they start heading off, leaving Zol and Thea by themselves.
Thea turns to Zol. What are we gonna do?
well, we can't panic. We should definitely follow their tracks and try. Maybe we can pick them off one by one
What?
somehow. I mean,
There's
we
like
have to
a
follow them
gajillion of
to
them.
get back.
What if?
I
What if?
I know, but I mean, what else are we gonna do?
Maybe if they make camp, we can sneak in and free them.
That's a good idea.
So
I like that idea.
let's follow them. But sneaky.
All right. So I will have you guys roll nature as well as stealth.
Which one first, or does it not matter?
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
18 for nature.
8 for nature.
15 for stealth.
8 for stealth.
Okay. No, I'm good. That's good. That's good. So, Thea, you can follow their trail. You stay behind. You keep them behind. You don't let um Zolina get anywhere near them. However, with Zolina's 8, you're leaving tracks behind. So yeah, as you're making your way through, you're being sneaky. You're following them perfectly, but you're leaving evidence of you following. Um, so you follow them for quite some time, and eventually the sun starts to set across the mountains, and it starts getting a little darker. Um, Eventually, they pull off to a small encampment where they start setting up their own little campground with they have the three carriages kind of in a triangular point where they start making the tents that kind of surround it, and in the center of the caravans is kind of a large fire where they're starting to roast um, animals that they have. But with Alara and Az in the cage, what are you guys up to? You're both on mute, just in case you didn't know.
Oh, there it is.
Az would be sitting there, like looking around, trying to find like details, like how far they've traveled, like to get back to like the ship, like that area and everything like that. Did they destroy the ship? Did we ever talk about that?
No, they didn't see it.
It
Like
was
you
parked
guys did
far
not
enough,
see
like
it. Yeah, you
oh,
yeah.
we didn't see it. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's up in the air still. Like they could have, but we don't know. And none of the other people know if they did or not.
You haven't talked to them.
Oh, you know what? Fair point. Hey, have they destroyed the airship?
No, of course I hit it. Not that stupid.
I didn't think you were
And then
stupid.
Cormac goes, stupid enough to get us caught.
I mean, see, I mean that's a fair point, Cormac. Thank you for backing me up there. But at least that's going for us. Do you think we've traveled? Do you think the other two can keep up with us on how fast we're traveling?
I wouldn't be surprised if they'd run off with our airship and flown into greener pastures and sold it or something like
That's.
that. Who knows?
I mean, I don't
That's
think the princess would do
fair.
that. Zelena, maybe. I don't think she would, but it's up in the air.
I
The
would.
scarier thought would be that they're trying to follow us in the airship. That I don't think that would end well. Your ship would go down in flames, either on top of us or far enough away where you'd hear it still.
Very true.
Do you think our magic extends outside of this cage? Like we can cast it? anything?
Devin looks over and he says, "Don't even try."
Word. I will not try. Okay. Anybody has a lockpick?
Do you think if we had a lockpick, we would have already left?
Did you have a lockpick? That's what I'm asking, I guess.
Yeah, if we had one, do you think we'd still be here?
Definitely don't have a lockpick. That is not my expertise. Okay. She's gonna turn to like one of the soldiers that are near her and she's like, "Hey you,
They
I got a
keep walking.
question."
They keep walking with their helmets on, and they kind of look at each other, and then they look back. What?
The dragon that's on your
No,
banner. Is it real? I just want to pet it.
no one pets the clockwork dragon.
But it's real.
Of
I've only
course,
heard legends. Oh wow, it's really real. Does it eat people?
it
It eat clocks.
devours the land.
Only the land?
No,
What color is it?
we're done here.
No, I'm so interested.
You'll see it when we sacrifice your bodies to it.
I can't wait. I hope I'm yummy.
That's rude.
She like sits back. All that scientific research gone for nothing. Man, I could help them if
You
they
know, you
just
could
like
be
talk to
researching
me.
as you're being eaten.
That's true. I could get inside there and I could pull things apart and put it back together. Oh my.
What if you could reverse engineer a dragon?
I wonder. It probably hasn't been done.
I should need a weapon. Breaks out of that. Something.
Does anybody have anything that resembles a lockpick?
No.
I am not really girly girl, so I don't have pins in my hair. Priya, do you have pins in your hair?
Suppose you do unlock the lock. Where exactly are you going?
No, it. That's a great question. I have no idea. Not here.
Knowing Laura, she just roll off into the woods.
Yeah, I am searching for something.
Have you not paid attention to the archers with their bows and arrows trained exactly on us? I watched that one over there shoot an arrow straight through a rabbit earlier. I didn't even know it
Fair.
existed over there.
Those are sharp eyes. What if we dissect their eyes? I want to bring one of these bodies back with me back home. Imagine what they would do. And she stops. She gets really excited about something. She just stops. She's like, I can't say that. Never mind. Pet
So-
secrets.
Into the belly of the beast to be sacrificed to a dragon. Exactly how I'd imagined my way to go out.
To be fair, I thought you'd be caught on tax evasion, but
I mean, at least you're not killed for tax evasion. Just go to prison.
I mean, depends on how much higher tax evasion is.
I'm
And
still
knowing
not
you,
sure execution is a viable punishment for tax evasion.
for like small petty tax evasion, but yours is like in the hundreds to thousands, as
You
far as I'm
know
aware.
nothing of my tech, kind sir. We
Well, I
just met
increased
2 days
I
ago.
increased it up to $2,000, so
Fair. Fair. Don't worry. I'm sure something magical will happen to us.
where the
I
hell's
doubt
the
it.
fucking princess?
Does people save you all the time, Sarah? And is that what you're just expecting someone to come save you? Because that doesn't
Yes.
happen. People just die. They don't save you, they just die.
Quite aware of circumstances. Thank you, Alara.
Yep. We're in the die area.
Oh, you gotta always have hope.
Okay.
I'd sing a song if they didn't crush my loot.
Well, what if we like clapped our hands and you can sing a song that so
Wait.
magically transfixed them?
So hear me out. If Alara starts singing, they might just throw her out, and then she can be another part of a rescue. Or they might execute her on the spot. It's a 50-50 at that point.
Doesn't
The
matter
skilled
either way.
one. Yeah. We're not getting onto this. Hmm.
Do you have a magical voice? Could you distract them, hypnotize them if you sang the right way?
Devlin, why don't you show her your hands? And he's like, and Cormac starts like, and Devlin's like, no. He's like, oh, you don't want to show them your lobster claws when you tried to cast a spell earlier. Devlin like shows these mangled like hands like fused together. Yeah. Spells reverberate back.
I wonder what happened with your voice then. Don't, it's okay. I'll just imagine it in my head when I sleep and die tonight.
You are a new enigma, Alara.
Takes one to know one.
I'm sure. Alright. Well, might as well get some shut-eye before I die. Beauty rest. And he like leans up against the iron, and then sleeps over to Cormac's like big old
At least you'll
biceps.
be a pretty meal.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Light snack, maybe.
To think that I'm a whole buffet, but let's
Hmm.
have that.
Cormac, maybe. You.
Cormac's the entire fucking kitchen.
Lars is rolling her eyes like, oh my god.
I will say this: you're probably more of a meal than Alara over here. It's a tiny little thing.
It'd be a whole kebab. Why did we not choose the dwarves?
Why did we choose the middle of the two bads? We didn't even choose one of them. We chose neither.
All right, so at this time, some more time passes. It's officially dark, and they start setting up camp. Similar as I described earlier. They keep you manacled inside the cage. They start cooking as well. The smells of pork roast and things of that. They feed you some beans, some bread, some beast of some sort. Their ribs. It's not bad, but they do feed the prisoners.
It's awfully nice of you guys. I wouldn't.
And that's why you're on that side and I'm out here.
That's very fair.
Dia and Zelina, what are you guys up to?
We're probably far enough away that we're watching them, keeping an eye on them, but also trying to figure out what we're gonna do. Soul is like, I definitely think we need to wait until they're sleeping to make any moves. Obviously, they're probably going to have a night guard or two, which we'll have to be careful about. But what if we, you know, try and do you know any spells where we can try and disarm them? We need the upper hand on them so that we can force them to open the cage.
No, I only have healing spells or radiant spells.
Okay.
I'm just pure of light magic. I'm no trickster. I'm no deceiver. I. We could try to steal the keys if maybe one falls asleep. I was trying to think if I have anything on me, but I don't. I have a small pouch of herbs. Maybe. I don't know if we could get close enough and sprinkle them into their mead or wine or whatever they're drinking. Make them fall asleep.
That's an excellent idea. I think we should try that. I
Can
think
I
that's
look
our only chance.
in my small herbs pouch and see what I have?
Sure. Go ahead and just roll nature.
One.
Rats, there was a hole in your herb pouch, and all of it has fallen out along the way.
Shit.
Eaten by rats.
Rats.
Okay. My next idea is that we pretend you're actually royalty.
What?
They're obviously guards. You know, they have to have some sort of,
Home.
home where they have someone they respect and value. Can we not convince them that you are that person or related to or some sort of like consort to that person? And I am your guard. We've gotten
And
lost.
they didn't even ask questions about those guys.
He asked who Alara was.
You didn't hear that.
Oh,
Okay.
You did, yeah, absolutely. Like that was like him and Alara kind of moment.
I mean, we
I
could try
mean,
that.
my other thought is to get a hold of the ballista, but we would need to disarm them. The ballista would have to be.
Alyssa is disarmed.
Oh,
Okay.
well,
Alara did do something on her magical trip of saving you guys. She did do something. She has, yeah.
Are the horses still attached to the
No, they're
cage?
gone. They're like so the nightmares are like ethereal. They go in and out of planes. They only there when summoned,
Okay.
which your characters I don't think would know what nightmares are. So you basically kind of just saw these spooky, ghosty, black giant horses come from fires of hell and then disappear.
Oh, these horses that look like they might be nightmares. The stuff of my
Basically,
nightmares.
yes.
Not that I know that they are nightmares, but
Okay, so I pretend I'm a princess. We ask for safety, and then what?
I don't think we ask. I think we demand. And I don't know what is better. I mean, I guess, what do you know about these men? What do you know about where they're from? Is it better for you to be a princess, or is it better for you to be a romantic interest of whoever they respect?
Interest.
Hmm?
romantic interest. The only thing I know about these people is that they're always in war. It's always about blood. It's always about territory. It's always about war. If I
Blood for
say
the
I'm
blood
from a
god.
if I say I'm a princess, they might keep me hostage.
Exactly. Which is why it might be better for you to be in cahoots or like some kind of relationship with someone they fear.
Can I roll? Would it be insight or history to see if I know anything about the Skoldar people?
Skull down.
I would say history.
19.
With that though, because I am going to play into where you're from. Um, you, I mean, you know that these people are ruthless. They are known to be dragon worshippers, which dragons are a very ferocious, kind of creature. What exactly are you like pinpointing? Like, what are you trying to go for?
That maybe I am a princess into arranged marriage to their leader.
That wouldn't. They are not run like monarchy. It is
Okay,
all
never mind.
war. Yes.
Okay. I think we must wait for them to hopefully cross our fingers, fall asleep. We steal the keys and we get them out.
Okay?
Because I think if we show our faces, they are going to capture us and we're going to be in the same thing as them.
Okay.
Um, I hate to cut this off short, but my family we're getting dinner, so we'll pause here for now.